G'day. Well, as promised, finally, here's one of the cats. This is Smudge, and she is extremely independent and doesn't actually like this. She's only putting up with this because she was asleep and it's so wet outside. So this is one of the cats. This is Smudge. The other one is more of a smoocher and huge. So there you go. You've met one of the cats, and the interesting thing about Smudge is that she's very fiercely independent. If she was a human being, we would say that she was unteachable. And that got me thinking about it, just an experience that I've had recently with somebody who was attending a course that I was doing, and appeared to be, quite happy, and I was helping them as best I can. And got to the end of the course and recently found out that they hadn't paid, and we got this 7-page letter of things they didn't like about what had gone on, and just reminded me of Smudge, that some people are unteachable and their mindset so destroys themselves that they sabotage things. This particular person was commenting about how difficult it was to execute a particular strategy in their town, and instead of focusing on the positives, one thing rocked up with a thing out of their local paper saying how, look at how unaffordable houses are. And so just interesting, to always bear that in the back of your mind. If you find yourself looking at what's wrong, you don't get the results that you want. It will always happen. So just wanted to share that with you. Say hello to the cats, and hopefully you'll meet Minka tomorrow. Just to let you know, we're trying to get things a bit more organised to make sure that there's a video blog every day. We just have to sort out who's going to host it and the uploading of it. We're also trying to find a way to do some longer ones for you as well. So stay tuned. The service will be enhanced as we go along. The other thing I just wanted to say about mindset and stuff was when I went to Phil's Advanced Investing Day, I had a few people say to me, "Oh, I'm a bit surprised that you're here." I think the other thing we have to watch with ourselves is to not assume that we ever know everything. I kind of thought to myself, well, why would I think that I know everything, and why would I not go? I'm always wanting to learn more. I love going and redoing Jordan and Renika's courses and speaking, because I just like to hear what is going on. And our forum, the Massive Action Forum, go to the website, look at the Massive Action Forum if you're not on there already. It's just great. I just see there's so much input from people, and you hear stuff and think, wow, I didn't know that, that's really cool. So always be looking to embrace new stuff. I posted recently just about some new finance products and stuff in there that can really transform your ability to invest, and I heard about that by going to the Advanced Investing Day. So we're always going to be learning stuff. Had a consult yesterday, I think, with a very nice couple, and just wanted to comment briefly on, not on their specific situation, but on the concept of what they were looking at doing, because it really ties into my encouraging you to continue to accumulate property at the moment. So their situation, I won't use their numbers, but let's just say they had about $2 million into property, and so this is portfolio, and they had equity of, let's say, 500,000, and their cash flow was pretty much neutral. What they had been thinking of doing was to sell down everything, because of that they were looking for cash flow. So what they'd been thinking of doing was selling down their portfolio completely, and would end up being about 450,000, buying one freehold property for 450,000, and then lease optioning that. Right? So they would lease option that, and because it was basically freehold, they'd get maybe $850 to $900 a week. So that would create an income for them. And on the surface of it, it's not a bad plan. It means, well, I've got income. That's cool. So for some of you may already be thinking, oh, I know what's wrong with that. But for those of you who aren't, what this is a short-term reaction to a cash flow issue. It's not a smart investing strategy. So what happens if they do this? If they do this, they sell their, at the moment they've got $2 million worth of property, 2 mil, right? So that equals, in a really flat market, 5% growth a year. They are increasing their wealth, oh, I can't find a green one, they're increasing their wealth by minimum 100k plus per annum. Right, I know they haven't got any cash flow, but they've got that. Now if they sell it all down and they have a cash flow positive property, they're going to get $800 to $900 a week. So they're going to have one freehold property, so this is as it is now, so they're going to go to one freehold property, they'll have $450,000, they'll have $900 a week, per week. How much capital growth will they have? None, because it's a lease option. They might get a tiny bit, but I suspect in their case they would get none. And as soon as they sold that, they'd have the cash back. What's worse though, is that while they've got this portfolio, what else have they got? They've got depreciation as well. And the ability to, they've got their risk spread because they've got several tenants as well, and other things. It's just kind of 101. I don't need to go, but do you understand? Thought it was important to pick up on. We sometimes think, oh, think of the money. Well, that would be 45 grand a year that they would be living off of, no capital growth. This way, with $2 million worth of property, minimum growth of 100k a year, on average it's going to be closer to 200. And they could, as I explained to them, I said, just keep getting this number bigger, because on this, you can revalue this. You can revalue this every year. They could borrow some of that. I'm encouraging them to learn how to do other things instead, which he's already doing quite well at, to learning how to trade. But this will create wealth. This will mean you'll never ever retire. It's really important that we start to think correctly about debt. I know I've been going on a bit about that, but I just think it's the most important thing to be telling you all, because we're in a market that is changing, where the cash flow isn't there. The other thing was, always make sure, never be afraid of spending money to get good information. When I sat down with these particular people, just by changing one thing that was going to maybe cost them 5 or 10 grand in terms of structuring, was instantly going to give them $300 a week more cash flow. So in the first 9 months they'd recoup the cost of the restructuring, and then they'd have that money until the depreciation ran out on the portfolio. So, do you get this? I hope this helps, I hope it works. Sorry, I don't hope it works, I know it works. Focus on this, never ever focus on this. Lease options, which I think are fantastic, are an important part of a strategy to help you create cash flow sometimes. But you need to always be focusing on wealth. Your issue is, how do I make this number bigger? Not how do I, if you start focusing on the cash flow, you will sabotage this. Good to talk to you, and hopefully tomorrow you'll get to meet Minka. Bye now.